All right, gang, we're back with our in-gym Metcon for Friday, December 4th. We've got an 8-minute AMRAP, 6 overhead squats, 9 push-ups, and 12 rotational slams. I want you to push the pace on the push-ups and the rotational slams, but I want you to take your time on these overhead squats. Overhead squat is probably one of the most difficult movements that we do in the gym. So first thing on overhead squats is if you haven't mastered your front squat or your goblet squat, if your hips aren't getting below your knees, if you don't feel like your chest is staying up tall, weight in the heels, knees out wide, then don't go for this overhead squat. You still have some foundational pieces that you need to build first. Also, if you have any elbow, wrist, shoulder, low back pain when you overhead squat, then let's stay away from that movement as well, and let's sub in with a goblet squat or a front squat instead. On overhead today, grip should be out there at snatch width. So if you put that bar right there in that hip crease and then slide your arms out about as wide as they'll go, that should be a good starting position. We don't have to hook grip on these overhead squats, so just give that thumb around the bar. We will do a power snatch to get that bar up overhead. Once we're here, here's some things we're looking for. Don't let those shoulders roll forward. You can tell when this happens because the insides of your elbows will face forward. We want the insides of the elbows facing the sky, armpits facing forward, shoulder width stance, and then before we go, that belly gets tight. One thing that always happens here is people start to let those shoulders relax and bend, or let those elbows bend a bit as they get tired. We need to make sure that we're pressing into that bar throughout. From here, doing our best to keep our chest up and our knees out wide as we come to the bottom, and then pushing into the bar to get back out of the bottom. Like I said, slow and controlled, only 6 reps per round. Really, the slower you go on those today, the more work you're going to get out of it because you're going to be fighting to hold that overhead squat position. One more thing on overhead squats, we will be progressing through those some more on our weekdays. We've been doing those on Sundays, but we'll be adding those into weekdays and adding some more weight in weeks to come. After that, you've got 9 push-ups. Keeping that plank, using full range of motion, those are always our primary goals on those push-ups. As you come down to the ground, chest, belly, even chin touches the ground, but those quads should stay off the ground. If your quads are touching the ground, first thing to do is just try to lock your knees out. Keep that straight line as you come to the top. If you're still struggling to keep that plank or using that full range of motion, then elevate up to that object and same mechanics apply. Still keeping that straight line, elbow tight to the side. You'll contact right about your sternum. Your push-ups today should not need to take more than 2 sets to get to that 9 each time. So if you're struggling with 1s, 2s, or 3s on those push-up sets, then I would encourage you to elevate up to an object so that you can hit at least a set of 5 and a set of 4 to get through those 9s each time. Finishing up with 12 rotational slams. Kids are in bed right now, so I'm going to demo but slam this ball softly. I want you guys to have more power as you come into the ground. Don't forget, you need to get tall on these. So as you pick it up from one side, it's basically like you're jumping into your tiptoes, and then from there you'll twist, rotate that back foot. You'll finish with belly button and hips facing that ball. So pulling from one side, jump, get tall, then twist, knees and hips bend to get that power into the ground. Pick it up from this side, get tall, twist on that back toe, knees and hips bend to come to the ground. On those 12, you should be able to do those unbroken. Be sure to give me a lot of power each time when you slam. 8 minutes today, rounds and reps will be your score. Base your intensity today off how you're feeling. If you've already been a few days this week and you plan on coming back for our Saturday workout, then let's maybe pull back that intensity just a bit today. If it's been a few days since your last workout, you're not coming back on Saturday, then let's go ahead and give it a harder push today. This could be one of those workouts where Maybe you're laying on the ground for a few minutes after the workout. Keep those overhead squats a little bit slower, fight for position. Let's push the intensity on the push-ups and the rotational slams. Good luck on our Metcon, and then we'll see you back on Saturday, hopefully for a partner workout.